In 2015, 30.3 million Americans, or 9.4% of the population, had diabetes. Approximately 1.25 million American children and adults have type 1 diabetes. And that was from diabetes.org. Today, I will be talking about the steps that have to be taken in order to treat high blood sugar, low blood sugar, and how to test your blood sugar. So first, I'll be talking about high blood sugar. Okay, first I was talking about how to insert the needle that holds the insulin. This is a bag that holds it, and the bags will vary obviously, but this is just my bag. So first I would like to show what this is. So this is a pen, and this is what holds the medicine, which is insulin. There's other forms like a syringe that gives insulin, but this is more for like people who have had diabetes for a longer time. And I'm going to be showing you what this is. So this is a needle cap, and it's like a mini kind of like syringe. It's just the needle, and it also varies in sizes. So first I will be talking about how to put it on. So first there's a tab right here that you peel back, and as you can see there's a little needle right here, and then you put it on to the pen and you twist it, and you know it's securely on the pen when you can't twist it anymore. And after this, you pull it off, and then there's another part that protects the needle, and once you're ready, you can take it off, and you see there's a needle right here. You shouldn't touch it because there could be bacteria on your hands or anything that could get on it, and then when you put it into your skin, you could get bacteria. So then I'm going to talk about this side right here. So this is the units for the insulin is in milliliters, and right here there's like a dial, and it talks about how many units you can give, and the units depends on how much the blood sugar is high, and this also varies for each person because every person has a different ratio, and a different ratio means that you take your high blood sugar and you divide it by a certain number, and this number depends on what the doctor tells you. So now I'm going to talk about how to insert the needle. So the needle can go in different areas of the body. It can go in your arms, your thighs, and your stomach. And it all depends on your preference, but many people do the stomach. So the needle has to go in a 45-degree angle, so it ensures that the medicine goes right into the bloodstream. And first you have to pinch the skin with your 2 fingers, and then the needle goes in between it, and you hold this position for about 10 seconds. And then after that, you release your skin and take it off. And after you're done, you have to take your needle cap again, put it on the needle, twist it until the needle comes off. And this cap has to go in a secure place because of the diseases and everything it can have on it. And now I'm going to talk about how to test for ketones. So ketones occurs when the person has really high blood sugar. So it's a protein, and it's called ketones, and it releases into the blood. And this is dangerous because there'll be free sugar, is what it's called, will be floating to your bloodstream, which causes further damage to all your organs. So to do this, to test these, you have to use a urine test. So you pee into a cup, and then after you're done, you take one of these strips, and then you place it into your cup for about 30 seconds. And the part at the end will change colors to determine how much ketones you have. So on the side of the bottle, it talks about the different levels of ketones you can have. So there's negative, which means there's none. There's a trace, small, moderate, and large. And having large would equal like having really high blood sugar. And this is tested when there isn't like an actual blood test being drawn. Okay, to continue, I will now be talking about how to treat low blood sugar. So I do not have one with me today, but I'll be talking about what an emergency pen is. So emergency pen occurs when a person is unconscious and is not able to test their own blood sugar. In a case like this, the emergency pen is used. The pen is in a small container, which is sugar, which I do have, which is right here. This is like pure sugar. And you mix this with dilated solution. And to do this, you take the dilated solution, you mix it in with the pure sugar. And after this, you take a regular syringe, and you draw up the solution. You take all the solution, and then after you're done, you put it into the areas of your skin like the arms, the thighs, and the stomach. And this also has to be at a 45-degree angle. And another way to treat low blood sugar is someone who is conscious. And this is when you use a carb intake. So there's a rule, which is 15 carbs for every 15 minutes. The person has to wait 15 minutes after taking a 15 carb intake. And if a person retests the sugar after 15 minutes and it's still low, then they have to take 15 more carbs. And how to read the carbs on food is just looking at the nutritional facts and seeing that it equals 15 carbs. And it cannot be higher than that or lower than that because of the fact that it could cause someone's blood sugar to go either too low or too high. Lastly, a person with type 1 diabetes might also feel their symptoms by themselves. However, using a pure blood testing device will also have someone have an accurate reading of their blood sugar. So right here is a device that you can use. And you also need to have test strips and a pricker. So first, you take a test strip out, like so, and you insert it into right here. Each device varies, but it's mostly the same. Then after that, you have to clean your finger to make sure that nothing's on it like dirt. And then you pull it back, and then a small needle is inserted to your finger. So then you take your finger and you press on it so that more blood flow comes out. And then after that, you put it onto your strip, and then a reading occurs. And determining the ranges after you're testing your blood sugar will vary for every person. But for the most part, it should be between 90 and 110. But for every person, it's different. In conclusion, testing high blood sugar is very complex and where the needle goes and knowing the right amount of medicine to give. Testing the low blood sugar is easier to detect because a person will feel the symptoms very fast. Testing the blood sugar with a testing strip will ensure the right blood sugar reading. Understanding how to treat diabetes and the level of blood sugar a person may help keep a person's life. Also knowing this education will help save others. Thank you.